Hey guys, so I'm going to be recording my question and answers video, and I just first want to say what amazing questions you guys have asked. Some of these really got me to think. I think this is a really great way for you guys to get to know me, and thank you for submitting questions. So I'm just going to hop right into it because I'm going to try not to have this video super long. In no particular order, I just kind of copied and pasted all the questions I got. So, number one, where would you live if you could live anywhere in the world? That's really a hard one because I really do like the area that we live in. I've grown up here my whole life, and so it would be hard to move away from here, but I do want to maybe one day move more up north, like in Massachusetts, like the New England area, because I hate the humidity. I live in Maryland, and it gets pretty humid here, so I'd like to move up more north where the humidity wouldn't be that bad. I know the winters are worse, but I think that's where it would be, because I think I don't know, maybe that's where we retire, but I think we'd probably stay here where we are. Do you want more kids, and what names would you have in mind for a boy and girl? This is a hard one. I actually got this might answer a couple times. I don't know at this moment I do not want any more kids, but I don't want to take it off the table. For girl names, the name that I had if Sean was a girl would have been Marilyn, like Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Rose. And boy names, I really don't have any. I would think if we had another boy, I'd want to keep with the S theme. Maybe do like Seth or something. I don't know. I wouldn't know. Seth Patrick would be maybe the name I would think of because it would match. If money wasn't an issue, and if you were able to help someone who was trying to conceive with anything to help achieve their goal of becoming parents, would you? Yes, if money was no option, I would love to help anyone who was trying to conceive, because I took 10 months to try to conceive Sean, and I just can't imagine going on for years and years like some people. So if I could help in any way with fertility treatments, I would be a surrogate, maybe for my best friend or a family member, or if I had to donate my eggs, I would do that also. How did your husband propose to you, and how long were you guys dating before he popped the question? We were dating 1 year and 10 months, just rough about. And he actually had a whole elaborate plan, and I spoiled it because one thing you guys don't know about me is I hate surprises, and I have this intuition when it comes to certain things, and I just figured it out. I just all of a sudden knew when he was going to do it. And he was going to do it on our trip to New York. We were going to go to Niagara Falls, and I figured out that he was going to do it there. Well, he figured out that I figured it out, so he wanted to surprise me. So he just popped the question one night. We went out to dinner, and we went home to finish watching the football game that we were watching at the bar, and it was the Patriots game, Patriots and Jets. So it was a Thursday night football game, and I had changed into my pajamas and hopped on the couch, turned the game on, and next thing I know, he was down on one knee, and he asked me to marry him. I have no clue what he said because I was in utter shock. I have never been so surprised in my life, and I almost passed out because I was so shocked, but it was awesome. How old are you? I am 25 years old. For some reason, I keep thinking I'm 24 years old, but I am 25, and I will be 26 in September. My favorite soap. Washing my hand soap would be something from Bath and Body Works, their antibacterial things. Soap for the shower, I use Dove. What is your style? This one's really hard because I really don't feel like I have a certain style. I really never have. I kind of always wore what I like. So some things I might wear might be more like goth or rock and roll, and other things I might wear might be, more momish or casual. I've never really been preppy, but I kind of just wear what I want. I like certain colors. I wear certain things. I don't care if people don't like it. I just kind of think I have my own style. Have you ever gotten drunk? Yes, I have gotten drunk more times than I can count. And what's my favorite meal? My favorite meal would have to be something like a big home-cooked meal, like turkey and mashed potatoes stuffing, Thanksgiving. That would probably be my favorite meal, like an open-faced turkey sandwich. I love mashed potatoes. So anything you can put mashed potatoes and gravy with, I'm good to go. When you were a kid, what did you think your adult life would be like? Did it change in your teen years of what you thought life would be like? When I was a child, I think I really didn't have any expectations. I think I wanted to, be a teacher or, you know, doctor. Sometimes one of those things when you're a kid, you just think like that. And then in my teen years, I would say it definitely did change. I started getting more focused on maybe what I wanted to do with my life, but I kind of got derailed into like the party scene. And it definitely changed once I got pregnant. And from that moment on, I knew that I wanted to be a mommy. I hope that answers the question. Will you have any more children, and if so, when? I guess I answered this before, but it's really up in the air. I would say I am 90% sure that we will not have any more kids, but there is 10% that I may have another one. Sean is a very big handful, and honestly, I don't know if I want to be this tired ever again. But I don't want to take it off the table because I'm only 25 years old. I obviously have plenty of time to decide, so it might change. And if we would have kids, I would probably wait a whole another 5 years, or 4 years at this point. I'm on the Mirena, and I would wait to my full course of my Mirena and then decide. Would you ever renew your vows with Shay and Sean included in the ceremony? Actually, when we got married, Shay was in our wedding. Obviously, Sean wasn't here. I kind of want to renew our vows, but I would like to do it. We plan on taking a second honeymoon on our 5th year anniversary, which would be in like 2.5 years. I would like to do it then, but my husband thinks it's cheesy. So I may just surprise him and do it, like set it all up before we get there. Do you remember any embarrassing moments as a kid or an adult? I have tons of embarrassing moments. A lot of them have come from drinking too much and doing stuff really embarrassing, and it's usually if I ever dip into vodka. I don't ever act right. So I've done very embarrassing things that are still, you know, brought up to this day about the vodka night that they found me sleeping under a table. So, yes, that's pretty embarrassing. Would you ever want to go back to school or do some special training in a passion? Again, this is kind of hard too because part of me does, but I have no clue in what. Ever since I became a mom, I've never really found anything that I really wanted to do with my life other than be a mom. So if there was something that I would, you know, maybe want to go to school, I would. I do have fear of going back to school because I've been out of school so long. I have not been in school since 2004, and that was high school. I have never been to college. Let's see, how long would you like to be a stay-at-home mom? Forever. I really love being a stay-at-home mom. Some days are trying, and I know that once Sean gets older and is in school, there's going to be no need for me to honestly be a stay-at-home mom. So I probably would get like a part-time job or something like that. But if I could forever, I would, because I really like being home and involved in their lives. My mom had to work when I was a kid, and it was, you know, I guess I got into more trouble because she wasn't there. And it wasn't her fault. I mean, I was very sneaky, but I kind of would like to be home, especially for the teen years. Is there a time in your life where you had a life-changing realization? If so, what was it? I would think when I was with Shay's dad, it was pretty dark times for me. I was living very poor. The relationship we had was not healthy, and I think I woke up one day. I literally woke up one day and decided that I had enough and that I deserved better, and my daughter deserved better, and that I was going to change her life for the better because I was sick of living paycheck to paycheck, and literally not even like paycheck to paycheck, like taking $20 to Walmart to get supplies. It was a very, very tough time. I've lived very, very poor, and I was very, very low at that time in my life. And I think I just woke up from that and decided that I would no longer take that and that I deserved better, and it worked. So if you're in that kind of situation and you're not happy, change it, because you'll regret it if you don't. Okay, now I gotta find where I'm at. What is a goal you hope to do before you're 40 or 50? I really want to travel more. I think that's really my goal. At this point, I would love for it to be a career goal, but I don't know what I want to do. But I really would just like to travel more, or, you know, go to Ireland. You know, that's like, we're very Irish, so I'd like to do something like that before I'm like 50 years old. Have you traveled much? As a kid, I have been to a couple different states. Out of country, no. But I've been to like South Dakota, Seattle, like New York, stuff like that. I've traveled through North Carolina. Like I've gone through states, but not stayed there. But compared to some people, that's not much. But that's me. What was your most exotic destination? And that would have been our honeymoon, and we went to Jamaica, and it was beautiful, and that's where we hope to go back for our second honeymoon unless we find a better place. What is your biggest fear? My biggest fear would be losing the ones I love, which I think is a lot of people's fear, but something happening to my children or my husband. My father died when I was young. My dad was 39 years old when he died, and so it kind of scares me that something like that could happen to my husband and be left alone with the children. So that's one of my biggest fears. Oh goodness, I got like choked up on that. Is there something that makes you laugh whenever you think of it? Honestly, I laugh all the time. Me and my husband crack jokes all the time. But there are many, many things that keep me laughing throughout the day. I mean, I think every day I find something new to laugh at, or, I really love humor in my life. So we're always, making jokes around here. So I can't think of a particular one because I'm not kidding. All we do is crack jokes around my house. If you could go back and tell yourself 5 years ago something, what would it be? I would have to say it was 5 years ago. That was right around when I met my husband. And I started a friendship that had ended a couple months before, we had started a friendship that had been ended for a few years, and we became friends again, and it ended horribly. And then I trusted her again, and we did it again, and it ended horribly again. So I think what I would tell myself is be careful who you trust and let into your life, because I kind of wish that we never started our friendship again, because it only ends in hurt. And then really, it hurts on my end because she's kind of cold-hearted, and I don't think it affects her. But it did really affect me, and she was my best friend, and it really did hurt. So I think I would tell myself, just be careful who you trust, and don't just like put all your effort into something like that, like a friendship. If you couldn't choose mom as your career, what would you want to be or be doing? This kind of goes back to some of the other questions, but I guess one thing that I kind of do have a passion about now would be maybe becoming a lactation consultant. I have never thought of this before I started breastfeeding Sean, but I feel like I have a lot of info. I feel like I could, not be less pushy as some of the lactation consultants that I've met, but I think it would be nice to empower women to breastfeed. So that is something that I think I would do. Or go to, I don't know even what kind of school you have to go to, how much schooling you have to do to become that, but I do find that very interesting because I'm very, into breastfeeding. What is one thing you said I will never do and then you end up doing? That would be driving a minivan. I always said that I would not be a soccer mom and own a minivan and drive in a minivan. And sure shit, I have one. And I love it. And I honestly don't think I would ever buy anything else because I love my minivan. I love the space. So, it's awesome, especially with having 2 kids. It's like I can have, the family in there plus go get groceries, and I really do love my minivan. But I said I would never have one. What is your idea of a dream vacation? I have 2. One would be just me and my husband, like on our second honeymoon in Jamaica. And then one with the children, like going to Disney World, or even like going to, let's say, North Carolina, going to the beach and having like a week vacation there. So it's definitely 2. So with kids, without kids, that would be my dream. What charity or foundation are you passionate about? In other words, is there a charity or foundation that you contribute to? I do randomly donate here and there. I try to work with like local like charities. Like we have a thrift store called Smiles that has a food pantry and helps out people in need around here. I also am very into supporting the Autism Speaks, because I do have a cousin that has autism. the Red Cross, because they do help people who have natural disasters and all that kind of stuff. So things like that I do contribute. I don't contribute a lot because we don't have a lot to contribute, but I try to donate at least some every year. And then with our local things, I do try to donate our stuff so to help them benefit other people in our area. What is one hobby that you wish you could do? I wish I could sew or crochet or knit. The only thing I can do is cross stitch, and I don't even have the patience for that anymore. But I wish I was like that. I see people making all this cute stuff, and I wish I could do it. And I know that if I practiced and tried, I probably could. And I do have a sewing machine, but unless I'm sewing it in a square, I can't do it. I used to really like sewing as a kid. I think I took like class in like middle school, and I made a teddy bear, and I loved it, and was gonna sew all this stuff, but I never have. But I wish I could. What is one personality or characteristic about yourself that you love and that you hate? I love my sense of humor. I do like being funny. I like making people laugh. I think laughter just, brightens your soul. It just makes you feel so much better. What I hate is my lack of patience. And I think a lot of it has to do with being so tired. But I really have a very thin line of patience that I'm trying to work on, not snapping so much. But I really don't like that, characteristic in me as being so short-tempered. How and why did you start YouTube videos? When I started YouTube videos, I've talked about it before, but Bentley Blonde, who does like the makeup, she actually is a friend from high school, and I saw her videos, and I thought, wow, that's cool, and I thought maybe I could do product reviews on baby stuff, because, I didn't know there was a mommy community at all. I just did this to, do product reviews because I thought it'd be great for people to know, like, not to buy this product or to buy this product. And so that's when I started. But then when I started searching, I saw that people did pregnancy vlogs. And so then I was like, oh my God, I'm pregnant. I should do that. And then I found this whole new beautiful community that I love to be a part of. So I started doing that because I wanted to do product reviews, but it turned into so much more. Let's see. Do you plan on having more kids? I think I answered that one, but maybe. I would just say maybe. What did you do before you were a stay-at-home mom? I kind of did an assortment of things. I've had different kind of like dead-end jobs, I would say. Starting back, after having Shay, I did start becoming a nanny for a close friend of mine, and I watched her 3 children. So at one point, I'm watching 4 children under the ages of 4. And I did that for many years. Not many years, I'd say 2 years. And then I decided that I kind of needed to get out of the house some, so I ended up working with my mother-in-law, who owns her own business of cleaning, and I cleaned for a few years. And I really did like that job. I mean, most people might not like cleaning other people's stuff, but I learned a lot about cleaning, and it was fun. It was active. I really did enjoy it. And then after that, I went back to watching the kids, and then I got a job at a self-storage place, and I was the site manager. And that's where I was working when I found out I was pregnant, and I quit, I think, a month before I had Sean, and now I'm a stay-at-home mom. Are you still breastfeeding, and how's it going? Yes, we are still breastfeeding, so we are 13 and a half months into breastfeeding, and it's going still very well. I don't know when we'll stop or if he'll self-wean. It's kind of still up in the air. It's still going very well. I'm still, producing milk and everything, but it is going well, and I'm still enjoying it. Who are your favorite YouTubers to watch? Now, I have so many, so I feel bad that, listing these and not mentioning someone, but quickly, Alanda Manda Mama, Mommy Naomi, Van Canner, Ben's Too Silent, Mel, I think it's like 11789. Oh my God, there's so many. I feel like I'm going to miss people, and I feel so bad, but there's so many people. Kimberly expecting number 2 or something like that. I didn't write any of these down, so I'm going to forget a whole bunch of people. But if I'm commenting on your videos or liking your videos, then you're one of my favorites to watch. Oh, it's so hard. Mommy Tips by Cole. Okay, I could sit here all day and do these. And then it's like ZX. It's Julia. Julia, I watch your channel. I like yours too. I just can't ever remember your YouTube name. What would you do with a childless day? I would sleep. And I would sleep and sleep and sleep and sleep and sleep. That is all I would do. I would get up to use the bathroom and eat, but I would go back to bed. So if I had 24 hours of no husband or children, I would sleep. And it might be boring, but that is what I would do. Because I am so tired. How much time do you take to get ready for the day? I would say half an hour, and that includes shower. I usually take between 5-10 minute showers, and within 15 to 20 minutes, I can be dressed and have makeup on. I never do my hair. It's usually in a ponytail, or I let it naturally air dry. So I don't really take that much time to do it, and I pretty much have gotten down to how to do quick makeup. Now, if I take my time, you know, I might be able to push that to like 45 minutes, like if I was going on a date with my hubby and getting all dolled up. How is your weight loss going? It is going all right. I haven't gained. I did lose 2 more pounds, so I'm down 23 pounds. I do need to step it up, because I would like to get down into the 160s. So I'm 172 right now. And that is it. I'm going to check right here to make sure that there's no more questions before I end this, because I have been getting a few more. So I'm just going to check my email and make sure that there's no more questions, and it doesn't look like it. So that's it. So I I love all the questions, and I hope that this maybe shows you a little bit of a different side to me and get to know me a little better. If you have any more questions, I will be happy to answer them. If I get a whole bunch more, I will totally do another video, but if I only get a couple, I'll just answer them, you know, with commenting back. But if you have any more questions, please let me know, and I'm sorry this is so long. Bye, guys.